Hello there, my name's David Hurrian and I'm going to help you get success with your seed sowing. This video is all about sowing tomato seed. Now, one of the videos on my YouTube channel is all about getting the compost right for seed sowing. So this involves warming the compost up, sieving it through and then adding some extra drainage material here in the form of perlite, so I'm all ready to start sowing. So I'm going to sow my tomato seeds into one of these 3 or 4 inch plastic flower pots. You can find plastic alternatives. You could use recycled vegetable containers, anything really that will hold on to compost, but do make sure that it's got drainage holes in the bottom. So I'm going to just loosely fill this pot with the compost to start with, overfilling it in a slight mound, and then I'm going to use this piece of wood, this offcut of timber, just to saw through that compost and then go from one side to the other. And what that's doing is it's taking off the excess compost, and you'll see that I haven't put my fingers in there to firm it, I haven't tapped the pot yet, I've just loosely filled it and then sawed off the excess, first to one side and then the other, using my offcut of wood. The next thing to do is to take the pot firmly in your hands and give it 3 taps on the surface of the bench, and that will just settle that compost down into the pot and give you a rim that when it comes to watering, it will retain some of the moisture in that pot and allow it to soak in. And now we're ready to get on with sowing our seed. So I like to clear the decks a little bit by getting rid of the excess compost just to one side of the bench to start with. And then I take my pot and make sure it's on a level surface. And then the seed packet, if you open the first paper seed packet, making sure that you don't tear across the instructions before you've read them, and then inside you'll find that there's a foil seed packet inside. And that foil seed packet can contain any number of seeds, probably somewhere in the region of 20 to 30 seeds. Now, the key thing with tomatoes particularly is not to sow all of those seeds in one go, because if this little batch fails, then you'll have some more that you can reserve by just folding over the top of the seed packet. You can reserve those and have another go if you failed with the first batch. So very carefully tap the packet just to knock the seeds down into the bottom of the foil packet, and then carefully tear off the top of the foil, and then inside you can find the seeds that have been stored inside that packet. Now, the key thing here really is not to spread the seeds too unevenly. You want them nicely evenly spaced so that they've got the room to germinate. And what I like to do with tomato seeds in particular is tip them out into my hand and probably only have about 6 or 7 seeds. They're quite small. They're a tan colour tomato seeds, and as I say, the remains of the seeds just hold the packet and fold over the top of the foil packet, and later on pop it back into the picture packet so that you know what you're dealing with. And then take those small seeds and then one at a time transfer them over onto the top of the pot of compost. Make sure that you've got them nice and evenly spaced, probably about 1 to 2 centimetres between each of the seeds, and that means that they've got enough room to germinate and develop. So now we've sown the seeds on the surface of the compost, we now need to cover them up so that they get a chance of germinating. So I'm going to take some more of the compost between the flat palms of my hands, rub my hands together, and you can see that the compost is dribbling out. Keep passing backwards and forwards over the pot until you've just covered the seeds. It's probably only going to be about 1 or 2 millimetres of compost, just so that those seeds are covered. If you need to move that compost around, just do it really gently. Tap the sides of the pot to settle the compost around the seeds. Quick tap on the surface of the bench. Then take that pot outside and water it with a watering can with a rose attached. Start watering off to one side of the pot and then pass once, twice, 3 times across the surface of the pot so that that compost is thoroughly moistened. Then bring the pot back indoors, and I like to cover the pot with a simple plastic food bag, pop that over the top, Perhaps hold it in place with a rubber band, although that's not essential. Put it on a windowsill where it can get lots of light and stay warm, and you'll find that they should germinate in around about 5 or 7 days' time. As soon as the seedlings appear, whip the plastic bag off so that you don't draw the seedlings and they don't sweat inside the plastic bag. And there we are, you've got some seeds that you can then prick out into individual pots and then plant out around about May time. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe here to my YouTube channel, and I'll give you more hints and tips over the coming months.